What is up, everybody? It is Michael, or Penguin007 here today for another Danganronpa Trevor Happy Havoc video! I went today with my good friend Nither.
Hey.
This is gonna be the trial number 4. Sakura Ogre. What will we discover? Who knows? Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then...
That would commit mass arrest. A locked room murder mystery.
What?
What the...
Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons! No matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD.
This is plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the rebus?
Phew.
No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends?
What? He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't
Now
wait!
then, please get on the elevator. Ooh.
What is that?
Ooh. I see you all down there. What the hell was that?
I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get. Ew, guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever.
Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit.
Killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I knew. And yet someone killed her. That person is here? That person is one of us. Time to put an end to this. Further away. Feel chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times we got through this, it never gets any easier. Climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. Oh, a gay would have done good for that voice.
Yeah.
The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, it stopped. The ride was over. The doors opened once again.
Just the 6 of you, huh? Really?
This is kind of depressing.
That's so few. You must be so lonely.
You said it's not your fault that we're all left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial.
You want the save? That's a lot of saves. Good enough. Set skills. You have 2 more skill points. You want to do vocab? We have that one. Vocabulary. Class 4. Because he's the bulk character. Depends what you want.
What is it?
Dodge back 2. Speed of memorizing. It's your choice.
Bullet capacity.
You have more than the bullet time and bow.
Is
You
that
know how
nice?
you like, that's the final bow during the trial where you have to like do the power beat.
Oh, the beat one?
Yeah, it gives you more bullets to shoot, so you don't have to reload as often.
I like this one better. It does more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
One's for noobs, one's for pros, basically.
This one's for noobs?
Yep. More bullets for you messing up, and one's more damage if you know how the time you beat to reload faster. Class trial.
Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out who, then I'll punish now.
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
Which case was that from?
Deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
I love her face.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
He seems one of those three as the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that.
Easy enough.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That one.
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
How do I fast forward?
Forgot. I don't know the buttons, but yeah.
It was one
Spam
of you.
everything that isn't bullet.
One of you killed Sakura.
Let's grab.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
File.
Because you all had a motive.
Let me see the controls. Left shift. Control.
Oh, okay.
You hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have her accused?
That's wrong!
That's wrong.
Ignite.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. Does that mean one of them did it?
Make your argument. Pocket trash.
Alright.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Two.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here!
That one.
I never saw her.
There.
No, that's wrong.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Unless he broke into your room.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago! It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her!
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was... when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
What Hiro said cannot be right. Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident at the nurse's office. Sakura got the candy?
Yeah.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was... Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room! You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
Praying to his god.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood,
He blamed
right?
it on her.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found
Like-
Ogre's body. Duh.
But he wasn't allowed in the room.
Yeah.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime, so it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with a dying message on it, it was...
On the side.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime.
If that's true, then what...
Doesn't make sense?
What did it say?
Is there like a
What
log?
doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case... contradicts what Hiro told us! Dun, da, da.
Make your argument. Amazing dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's
Body was discovered.
Fuck.
No. I didn't think it was that either.
Shoot!
Not
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you, it was only
go.
after
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total
Where's
sense!
it on it?
You may have to take one. I'm gonna take a statement and use it against him.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
and I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only
that.
after
Grab
the
that.
investigation had begun.
How do I...
I found the magazine
Chose.
tucked.
Fire, select, concentrate. Aim. File, tooth bullet, flashback. Select tooth bullet. Concentrate. Escape. Okay.
when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense! I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when I found the dying. It was only after
The investigation had begun.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out.
Ah.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense!
Hold left click.
Hold left click? I did.
I can tell you exactly
Wait,
when I
oh.
found the
Dying when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when it was only
Hold it.
After the
investigation had begun.
I found the magazine. When I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense! I can tell you exactly when Ogre's...
Body was
Not-
discovered.
Fuck, what?
Magazine. It's in the
Come
center.
on.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you it was only I found the
magazine tucked away on the magazine
Shelf.
when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense!
It doesn't.
No.
I can tell you exactly when
Ogre's body was discovered.
Finally!
No, that's
Yeah, I'm
wrong.
like, you couldn't because it was on the shelf. You can grab it.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation, and you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
I wrote it.
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's
Being
just
yourself.
trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt. I don't
so you're
trust
talk-
you.
Yeah. No,
You're on crack.
More with truth.
How do I do this?
Show me the proof.
Hit help if you have to.
I'm at least 30% right.
X to load the aim and the file.
The occult
Then
is
why? Because
bullcrap.
There's no one that we load.
Give it a rest.
I think. I don't know if you have to reload.
I'm at
Wanna
least
reload?
30% right.
I don't see your bullets. I don't think you need to reload.
The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof.
You're good. Maybe that's
The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
This one's the easy one.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Stressful.
Because you like activate
I'm
height.
completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
So I wouldn't be framed.
Because I killed her!
What? Oh.
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well.
Okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
How'd that magazine get to the...
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
Oh, and we're all dead. Thank you very much.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we
Two.
figure that part out, we can't consider the case
What?
closed.
Two things.
There's the
Yeah.
2 bottles that was smashed?
Two bottles that was... Three things. 2 bottles that was smashed.
The door being locked.
How the magazine's movement. How the door is locked. And not to mention the blood from the mouth. Coming from the mouth.
Oh yeah. Did Byakuya come and fuck with the crime scene again?
No, I don't think he would. What would he have to do afterwards?
I got it!
Yeah, hidden.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
What?
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So... what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time, when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but... okay.
Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Sakura's body?
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
True.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
True.
Yeah, just once.
That. It's that.
Okay.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, 2 hits to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, goes tumbling.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Because there was chess piece.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Missing the knight and the
Queen.
queen.
Hangman's Gambit?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna say like chess or something.
Chess piece.
Yeah, okay. Make the spell out for us, thanks.
Jesus.
I can tell you on easy because of that. Pass, please. E. Yeah, I like how. So this is what easy.
Now I understand.
Go out of us, please. I believe if you're playing hard, it gives you like.
That's it.
Nothing.
The
E.
chess pieces.
Gives you like an E on piece, and that's all it gives you.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that
Where's
matter?
the queen?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain.
You're not an intellectual.
In chess,
Oh.
there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
There's extra glass in
That
the
bottle
ground.
could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Well,
I got it!
it was this side.
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Can't you just say it?
That's right.
No.
We found evidence that shows
You have
there
to
was
display
more than
everything for
just
the dumb
one
boys.
broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It's a single broken bottle. The evidence that proves it, you can figure out before. This one?
Scale, maybe? That one.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
The only difference is the
And what
pawn
we
piece.
found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Alright.
Second.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed...
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
Oh, she was in the locker.
Yeah.
But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Ooh.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
It's not ridiculous at all. I need proof. I have it. She left it everyone for there to find. Alright.
Don't you get to spam it, you have to choose at the end. That's what they say. Or the mouse will kill. Or select the bait if you lost it to set the kind of your bots. I think it's because you set it to easy mode, you don't have to reload. You don't have deep. So like, yeah, there's no reason to have extra bots. It's all damage.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! It's a lie! I hate you! Shut up! I curse you! No, no, no!
Okay, fire strike.
That's enough!
Lock my hand. Fire.
Fire!
This should prove it. Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang! She just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again!
Nither. Female simp!
Oh!
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Genocide Jack. Oh, and there she is.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me away. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been...
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Or something else.
Hey, come on. That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
He like that, and Hina's going...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
No, Ice Cream Head. Thought you had some words for Hero. That what? Ice Cream Head.
Yep.
What's wrong?
See that?
Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's...
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story?
She was covered in
you
blood.
had to have noticed.
Right?
But that's...
odd.
Normal.
Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
We got...
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
This one?
So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Well...
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
On the shelf, it was stairs, yeah. Fire.
Wait, fire?
Yeah. Obai was on the chair. Toko
I was
says
just
killed her
sleeping
next to the
peacefully, and all of a sudden, I remember waking up.
And you were taken by surprise, so you smashed her.
You got it!
And where did the attack?
Right where I woke up, I killed her there in front of the shelf.
There we are.
No, that's wrong.
I mean, that one's easy. I'm literally just back here. I'm like, come on, gaggles.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
The blood next to the shelf. Yeah. Blood stain.
I got it!
Yep.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Like that.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
It was open.
Stop for myself.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open, so obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
She wasn't.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
I do.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Alright.
There's a lot they're missing. McDog.
Yellow powder.
Or Monokuma.
What was it that killed Ogre?
Look at
If
the
it
file
wasn't
for
from
this.
Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think
this
of
one.
anything other than the shot to her head.
Yeah, with the file.
Oh. Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Boy.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of... In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles,
On the back of her
she
head?
cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Jesus Christ, look at that face.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
Because you're dumb as a rock.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well,
No.
that's the question, isn't it?
A?
A.
I got it!
Not B.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for
protein shakes.
supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the poison to his lips and...
Master!
Shocked what we were seeing, so all we could do was stand there and watch. Byakuya was acting calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no!
Does.
Master's in real
What,
trouble!
protein?
Yep.
You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder, which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
It was in the protein bottle, and where did it go if she drank it?
It's all stuck.
Hangman's Gambit?
Ah. Oh, it's just going to give it a wood. But that's better sporting dick. At least you can give you P. There's and then the K. I just didn't give you like the whole word like that.
Now I understand.
Ugh.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched, so the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Footprints.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Oh.
Hina?
Uh-oh.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Makoto and...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink, but when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
She's saying it to protect someone.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious.
Too easy.
Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous.
No.
So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Really? Alright, Nither.
Yeah, it's not your footprints, I don't think.
No, it is her footprints, but it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You didn't notice?
Yeah,
It's
that's
one
just
thing,
how
though.
it was. What
Sakura
can
had
I
that
do?
yellow powder on her foot, though.
Oh yeah, Sakura did it.
It's Sakura's footprints, but she also wears sneakers.
Listen,
solves
Hina.
it.
Could you
There's
go
actually
into a
a couple
bit more
people.
detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It does.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Give me 1 second. I just fixed it. Damn it, it's not fixing the frickin' monitor.
What's wrong with the model?
It has lines in it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Old model lines.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well... Right away, I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
She said C, right?
Yeah,
But
it's
there's
always
no
false.
footprints from C.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and
Because
that's
you
where I
wanted-
switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
It's-
First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
There were no footprints.
Can you repeat that series of...
What's wrong with you?
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Alright, he's done now.
Yeah, he isn't that smart.
He just like to think he is.
I think he got time visiting after he finds one suspect.
Footprints?
Footprints.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
2.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C
No.
to Section A.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A.
Actually, I don't think the lines are from the monitor. I think it's from the game.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
Yeah, I'm off guard.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you
Found
sure?
it just now.
After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
Kyoko's
Yeah.
just fucking with him.
The bottle
It
you
was
used to.
hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A
Shitting on
truly
him.
grave oversight.
That was pretty dangerous. Good thing you
Just
didn't
say
recall
it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Piece of glass.
It had sunk
Good
to
thing
the
you didn't
bottom
call
of
it
the
that
bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
She's just fucking with him.
He almost also
What
joined
is it?
class.
Yeah.
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh?
I
Me?
don't know what that glass is from.
The window?
The window.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
How is the bottle on top of the glass?
How did a shard of glass
there.
from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
what's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to
there?
what Hina
It was
told us,
empty.
Section A?
Where was the poison? Took a Ben when I broke the weapon window. Nope, it was on the scene of the crime. The what?
Section C.
Yeah. A.
Oh,
No,
fuck.
A. A.
You asshole! I told you A!
Why are we talking about Hingo? Hingo says A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the and yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
And everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
No.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside,
above
right?
the glass.
If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
He's just mad.
Like
How
physics.
can you know what I don't know?
Oh, here, nah, who's feeling a little bit sad, Mr. Smarty Pants?
Mr. Togami. Empty can.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time!
Hit this one.
It had to be!
It was in there.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Yaginagi.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
She drank it knowing it was poison.
Yeah.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Yep.
Such a ridiculous fiction.
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Regaining his composure.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
One possibility.
Sakura.
Yes. That's when. And
It
that's
was
when
Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yep. Suicide.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying!
Uh-oh, here it is.
Why? Why would you lie like that?
Uh-oh.
More time. It's going to be Sakura's foot, I believe.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong!
4 times.
I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong!
This is so easy.
I hate you! I hate you!
Screw off.
I'm used to them spamming like 20 of them at once. Wait,
You're
I
a
get to
liar!
reload.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong!
I have a stroke.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
The powder.
It's not letting me switch! No!
That means there's only one option. Making it easy for you.
Did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison.
Yep.
After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
It was Saka.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Yep.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly!
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
Which obviously is Hina.
The thing, that's the footprints.
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door, because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room, While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the... Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
We don't believe you.
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
No, not the comic book.
You don't like the manga? It's what the left.
Yeah. Alright, slip the note to him. This
Byaku's
one's first. This Byaku.
Look at that face. Next.
Toko's there, and she's
Hides in Lako.
Candy, take the candy. Scared, smashes her with the bottle.
Night bulb open. Yeah, that. Okay. Night bulb open.
Runs out of the way. Toko's there, then out of the closet, sees the note, takes there, and puts it on there. Upside down.
Yep. Be careful with the lock. There's 2 locker pins. You might have them reversed.
What?
You know, there's 2 locker pins. You might have them reversed. Like, is that how leaving or entering? You can't tell.
Yeah.
You just have to guess. If it wrong, you spent. Like, there's no way to tell, right?
Yep.
That looks like she's like closing it.
Yeah, this looks more nervous because she's sweating here.
Yeah.
Alright, smashes the bottle over her head.
Queen ball.
Sakura's there, shakes it off, grabs the bottle of poison, drinks it. Open it up, see it.
Oh.
Hina sees this.
Takes
it up.
And grabs poison.
Here's exactly what happened.
There we are.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko.
Yep.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
Candy.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. she put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Complete.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
I'm the MC and you're not, that's why.
Yeah.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
And time for the execution! Hey!
If I don't get anything about A, what are you doing? Uneasy. Yeah.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point.
It's an hour and 18 minutes.
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Everyone votes for reaction. Vote for Sakura.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who kicked Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth? Huh. I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth had come to light, you have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the real reason Sakura died is because all you guys pushed her to a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
Couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean... You're gonna take us all with you?
We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious? That's...
What is
You
this?
still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you really just realize how much despair
This bear.
Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... Found it on the ground right in front of the rec room. Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It's right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. Ran out after her and... Sakura, come down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine.
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault, after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this!
closest friend got hurt.
Sakura.
Because of me, my friends are all gonna kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them.
Huh?
You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they gang up all on you at once, even you.
Hina.
Hey, please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura, I love you. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, she would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
Yet...
Bonk. Ugh. Yeah.
You trampled all of her feelings, and you did the unthinkable. That was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive
You
you.
have any idea of how desperate she was seeing you all act like that? That's what her suicide note means.
Why?
It's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Hina, you came.
Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder, and that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura! So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Let me in! Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why'd she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's a weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her to a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us alive after a long conclusion during the class trial.
Sakura died hating all of us. I just wanted to be free of her regrets. Even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't even to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final
You're
teardrop.
not sorry.
But
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura's actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, alright? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you
Of
saying?
course I know what she was thinking. Because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? Well, if it was really like this.
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
Yeah, suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I want that one. That's all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina. Put in home.
What, then? You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little...
Damn it.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Poom, poom.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had found you in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing.
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what'd she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonious narrator voice.
Are you ready, Nither?
Hey.
Oh, God.
Hey.
But you know, have you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? You came up with the idea of leaving a note when you killed yourself in the first place.
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of the story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes indeed.
Come on, Nither.
Okay, jeez, talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend here, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. Because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the instant involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached a no stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided we'd reveal a secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you, like directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm petrified.
Wait, petrified?
I misread that. I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This will end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I would do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, someone will be me.
Yep.
Then my dojo will be safe. And above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
And Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting to protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She sowed deaths for herself in order to protect the rest of us. And you, Hina, ruined it!
Mm-hmm.
Sacrificed so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
It was only our limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I want you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions in that woods. Hopefully then, they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else, no matter what. Just survive.
But...
This is... I don't understand how she felt. Not at all. Thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other. But you almost ended up doing it anyways. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
Victim?
Victim?
What do you mean next victim? No one here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with a fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Huh?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of... What is it? Android 13! Look at my trucker hat!
Look at my trucker hat!
This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her, I can't blame her. Nobody else can blame Hina either.
Ooh-hoo.
But what?
But what? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you. Remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
Ah, lovely. Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hiro were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that others have cast aside the feel for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I would no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here?
Hmm.
Now, I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me.
Byakuya, does that mean?
Don't misunderstand. I have been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism. If that's what you were thinking. Wherever Master goes, I'll go. If the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now you can say Sakura's death had no meaning?
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still going to be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
Fun time?
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstab and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've been waiting for.
Punishment time!
Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
Yep. You're not going.
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh heavens no. Just because the Blacking is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old stew I want. Did I tell you? I'm very particular about the better times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yahoo!
So for my special punishment, I found a special guest.
Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got.
God.
It's punishment time!
It's punishment time.
Uh-oh, no!
Hey, hello, it's me.
No! Not alter ego.
Hmm.
Oh, that's what happens. I remember.
Oh no. Well,
No!
F.
Excavator.
Espero destroy you. Well, F, guys.
No! He's going ham in there. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, boop. My Kuma.
Alter ego! He was my best friend! You!
Oh,
You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
Phew.
Woo, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grow up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence.
The succulents.
Grilled is where it's at.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I'll have to do something.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna do my
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Raced through my heart and soul. And it pissed me off. Fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You are friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
No, it's a volleyball.
Yeah.
Wilson!
Wilson!
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't the laptop, he was my friend. You killed him.
Is this what you call animalism?
Animism?
Animism. Ugh. We are so drilled to think all things, even like laptops. Or you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I
So
thought.
you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chill was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data.
yaha!
I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data is in the laptop. It was, I guess you could say, a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course, I didn't care if you got access to it. to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to.
Press
I
button.
want to help everyone then.
He wanted to help us at the risk of his own life. For that, he was killed.
Yeah, the plasma time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. Swear to God, someday you will pay for this in 2 chapters.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the death-set tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like to tell the others. Hopefully your act is a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school.
Clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie-doo, daisies, that was a close one. Another one, and we would have been spoiled. Another one, and we would have been in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise. So book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even frigging know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve.
Fine, but at least Sakura's note.
Like I ever let any of you grease balls happen.
Huh?
What?
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
Wah?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die, she'll fight you.
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead muscle has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys are trying to get some rest, you know. And maybe take some time to consider how you approach this school life of yours. Obviously, you don't want to graduate. Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long. Think hard. Bye.
Those are his parting words for us right before disappearing. What was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to solve the mystery of the school. Mastermind did something to us? Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Give him after you guys.
Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It's after Celeste's travel was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body? Mastermind did something to our bodies. What were they saying the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us? I mean, did the Mastermind plan on bombing us or something? Try to read the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes?
We're androids?
No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
But...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there? Other than to head back up.
Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, you must feel responsible.
Dial back that ego a bit, Go. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost that kind of cat challenge.
Yeah, that's bullshit. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones who figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up.
Seriously, I'm sorry.
How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached the point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I hear you. Then, I'll try.
Huh? That's totally wasn't normal, right? Do you see this capsule is his flag?
No, 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 no!
No, 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 no! I cannot suffer this existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. I never go for a sleazeball like him.
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are! Sleazeball!
I see.
I can at least still have a death wish.
More biting sarcasm. No wonder why you have any friends.
Oh!
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop playing with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take. Me!
Guess that's not easy for Acton to act like friends, but guess how it is for now. Alright, it's 2 hours. Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to Hope's Peak Academy, but the story wasn't even close to over. The time kept marching on. We all into our backs to rooms, and before a long night slept up on us. Dong,
Bing,
dong.
bong.
Oh, we're skipping this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that.
It is now 10 p.m.
We're gonna find out.
Couldn't remember the last time I
Sure.
fell in such deep sleep. The night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Yeah. Alright, we're stopping the recording here because it's
Okay.
2 hours.
Okay. Your voice gone?
No.
Okay.